Hey everyone, Carl here with Littleroot Laddering again this week. Today we are playing a new team. Yveltal was a lot of fun, but I feel like I'm better if we just keep changing teams and keep experimenting. And today we are playing one of Zordor's iterations on his Zordog team. This is iteration 2. I believe it was played at a Rumble like a month and a half ago. It's been a while since we've seen it. And this team is super duper cool. It gets its name from playing Zacian, Entei, and Raikou. If I remember correctly, there was an iteration with Suicune as well, and it just played all the dogs. But Suicune's kind of been swapped out for this Gyarados here, which is super duper cool. Being able to run Assault Vest and have access to Intimidate. It's kind of just a niche thing for Gyarados to do. The other two here are Whimsicott with Misty Terrain. Misty Terrain on Prankster is kind of interesting. It lets you override other terrain, things like Grassy Glides, and Psychic Terrain expanding force is no longer an issue. Just little things to think about like that. And then we have a Landorus here with Stab with a Sheer Force Psychic. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing with Psychic. Maybe it's just coverage for Waterfu. I can totally see that being a thing. And then we also have Earth Power and Sludge Bomb just to kind of be general coverage moves. This team can be a little weak to Intimidate with Zacian and Gyarados both not doing the greatest new opposing Intimidators, but that's what Entei and Raikou are for, kind of just sits there in front of Incineroar or Landorus and kind of just deals with them that way. So I'm super excited to get started with this team, but before we get on with that, remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, do all the fun YouTube stuff, comment down below. Who's your favorite legendary dog? My personal favorite is Raikou just by looks alone. But I know Entei and Suicune are very big fan favorites. But yeah, let's just get right into some more games here. Alright, up against Bueno with this Sand Zamazenta team with Barraskewda, Dracovish, Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Dragapult. So the first thing that pops into my head is how weak Zacian is to ground, but how good Gyarados is into their team. The only thing that doesn't get hit by Intimidate is that Dragapult. So I think Gyarados somewhere in this lineup is going to be very, very powerful. Entei and Raikou are both kind of weak, but Raikou with like a proper Tailwind behind it might outspeed Excadrill. Are we max speed on Raikou? We are not. We're 173, which we do outspeed Excadrill and Tailwind. I honestly think we can do Whimsicott, Raikou, Gyarados, Zacian. Actually, Whimsicott, Landorus, Gyarados, Zacian seems really, really good. Leave the 2 ground weakness. Like, Entei just gets hit by 4 of the 5 of 6 on there, so we just can't safely bring it, and then Raikou just doesn't do a whole lot into them. Mainly because there's no special attackers. Like, Dragapult's the only thing that can kind of be, like, a reason to bring Raikou. So yeah, we'll bring Whimsicott Landorus and see what we can do with that. Excadrill T-Tar, obviously. Not surprised there. Looking to be super fast and stuff like that. I wonder if we can pick off the T-Tar with like a helping hand. Obviously I could just go for Tailwind, and I could just Earth Power into Excadrill. I think that's the safest play. Excadrill is likely like Focus Sash, which is fine. Yeah, I think we'll just Earth Power into this Excadrill slot. There goes the Tyranitar. In comes Zamazenta? No, Barraskewda. Expecting probably like Earth Power into that. So we're going to Tailwind. We're going to +2 our Landorus. Yep, you can take out the Whimsicott here. Whimsicott did its job. Oh, you're not Sash. Okay. So there went their fast thing. Whimsicott's going to go down to Sand, and Barraskewda is going to have its Focus Sash broken, if it has Focus Sash. So that's gone. I think I just send out Gyarados. Gyarados makes the most sense here. We can Power Whip into Barraskewda safely and Landorus. I forgot we're Gyarados the Thunderstruck. Oh, that's so good. Plus, we get free Intimidates into both of these Pokemon. So, what we can do now is Power Whip into Barraskewda. And I honestly think clicking Protect here is fine. Like, Tyranitar is not scary. Barraskewda is the scary thing, and I don't know how fast this Barraskewda is. Like, I have to play around Choice Scarf Barraskewda. Yeah, like, I have to play around this. Even though I do have Tailwind, I noticed that the Extra Drill outsped us by a lot. So, even with Tailwind up, our Landorus isn't very fast. So I don't know how fast we have to be. Stone Edge into my Gyarados. Ugh, takes it out. That's fine. That's a crit, too. I was about to say, we might survive after a -1, but we're not surviving a crit. Here comes Zacian. If their last one is Dracovish, we're fine. It's Zamazenta. Okay. So we can do a couple things here. We get Intrepid Sword. They get Dauntless Shield. Sacred Sword into T-Tar seems like the best bet. And then Earth Power into Zamazenta. No Protect from the Tyranitar. It's going down. And then Earth Power into Zamazenta is going to deal a chunk, but not take it out, probably. Well, never mind. That was a quick battle there. Took out that I did not expect Earth Power to Oko Zamazenta there. Zamazenta's fairly bulky. I'm very surprised it Oko'd there. Not a bad first game. Gyarados unfortunately got crit, so didn't get to do a whole lot outside of beating up that Barraskewda. Let's see what they got going on here. Soft Sand, Scope Lens. Okay. Revenge, that's cute. Were you Sand Rush? You were. Max speed? Yeah. 154? Sure. 154 gets to 308. That means Landorus is not max speed anywhere close to it. Okay. So just things to remember for that one. Let's get into another one. Alright, up against Katana Zoa, and they have a Mewtwo team. So here's the cool thing about this Whimsicott. With Misty Terrain, we get to set up the terrain in front of this Indeedee and can just ruin its day entirely. No double expanding force and things like that. Raikou can also be good. So if they don't lead Indeedee and they lead Mewtwo, we can do Tailwind Snarl, which is really cool. Mewtwo unfortunately outspeeds Raikou, so depending on the situation, we'll either have to set Misty Terrain to where we can only worry about single target expanding forces, or we'll set up Tailwind to try and outspeed it. Depending on what's going on. What else they got here? They have a Hitmontop, a Metagross, an Urshifu. This is probably Urshifu Dark. It could be Urshifu Water. I kind of want Landorus to deal with the Metagross. It's probably AV, though. I think I'd rather have the Entei. No, I'd rather have Landorus. Landorus has Psychic for Hitmontop. And then I think I don't really need the Gyarados. I think I'd rather have Zacian. I think that's what I want. Yeah. We have Wild Charge on our Zacian too, so if it ends up being a Water Food, we can just Wild Charge into it and take it out and not have a real big issue there. If it's Dark Fu, obviously, we'll have to come up with a new strategy. Probably just hit it with a Sacred Sword or Behemoth Blade. But Water Fu means we can just Wild Charge into it and take it out, no problem. So let's see their lead here. Mewtwo and Indeedee. Okay, so the play here is to take away their terrain, or we can Tailwind and click Snarl. I think taking away their terrain so their expanding forces are single target is actually the good idea. There's a lot that can go wrong here. I either click Tailwind, outspeed, hit Snarl, and then we eat 2 -1 expanding forces on both Pokemon, or I click Misty Terrain, we eat Expanding Forces on one, and Snarl hopefully deals with it enough to where it won't take us out twice. I think I like that play better. Because I can always click Tailwind next turn if they don't double into Whimsicott. So, only have to worry about one Expanding Force right now. We're going to take away the terrain so they don't get to do that. So no double damage Expanding Force, things like that. Psy Strike, no boost Psy Strike either, which is good. We don't take that, unfortunately. Unfortunate. I think Zacian's probably the play here. They will likely just follow me again. But we resist Psy Strike, so we could probably tank one. I wonder if I outspeed this Mewtwo. Probably not. I actually think I need Helping Hand, Behemoth Blade. We'll click the Mewtwo slot. If they follow me, they follow me. If they don't, they don't. What could they do here? The worst they can do is just like Mystical Fire, double into my Zacian. Mewtwo comes out. Metagross comes in, expecting the Behemoth Blade. That's fine. This is still going to be a decent chunk Behemoth Blade into this Metagross. Haha! Cool. I'm glad I attacked that Mewtwo slot then, so this attack isn't wasted. Helping Hand boosted +1. That's actually really good damage. For a resisted hit, that's really good damage. I'm gonna set Tailwind up now, I think. Now that we're in this later game. Wild Charge is just as effective. Sacred Sword is neutral effective on both. I actually think they might just go for a Quake into my Zacian. Not a Quake, a Stomping Tantrum into Zacian. So I might just Moonblast the Indeedee and swap into Lando. I don't need Tailwind in this situation right now. I don't need it yet. And they'd have to double into Whimsicott, which isn't putting any pressure out right now. There's the Follow Me. So they were keeping Zacian from hitting the Metagross. Which is fine. We were attacking the Indeedee anyway, putting Chip on it. And we correctly called the Stomping Tantrum into my Zacian. Okay, cool. Now, what do we do here? I expect Metagross to just go for it. I think I can get away with Earth Power into Indeedee. Just to take it out and set up Tailwind. For when the Mewtwo comes out afterwards. Yep. If the Metagross has Ice Punch, this is fine. We got our Tailwind up. Still haven't broken our Sash on our Whimsicott, which is good. Earth Power should be able to take out Indeedee here. Oh, so close. It's Citrus Berry? That's super common. Citrus? Yep. Ice Punch into my Lando. That's going to hurt. Bye, Landorus. This is fine, though. Now they can't safely follow me. Life Orb. Okay. So Zacian gets to come out here. They can't safely follow me. So the safe play is to Moonblast the Indeedee and probably Sacred Sword into the Metagross. What's my speed tier on my Whimsicott? Who's faster? Okay, so the Zacian's going to be much faster. So I think Moonblast here. Yeah, Moonblast into the Indeedee, protect the Zacian. Plays around Follow Me Stomping Tantrum, which is the play that I lose to at this point. There's the Follow Me. Moonblast into the Indeedee, gonna take it out, hopefully. So close. So many good rolls are so close to getting it. We're fine here. We're still fine. So this is good. Mist is going to run out. So now we can just Moonblast here. Man, this sucks. There's no good way to do this. Unfortunately, this Zacian is so fast that we don't have a good way of dealing with anything. Oh, they click protect. Okay, that's fine. That is completely fine. Okay, they're just going to double protect. That's also fine. I feel like that was incorrect. You should have attacked the Whimsicott there. Or at least Stomping Tantrum into the Zacian. Okay, how many turns of Tailwind are left? 1? I just do that. And he's going to expect me to protect again? Which I kind of have to. Whimsicott has a Sash, so we'll get to take out the Indeedee. And then Zacian's in a position to kind of just sweep through the rest of this team. Yep. There's our Protect. They're going to probably click Follow Me. Yep. We Moonblast into that Indeedee. Take it out. They Ironhead into my Whimsicott. Put it down to Sash. Or Ice Punch or whatever they happen to have that they use. No. What? Okay. Okay. Opponent just trying to make the hard read here and they fail. Hitmontop comes out. That's an Intimidate. Plus they have Fake Out. My Zacian just protected. So I honestly expect them to Fake Out into Zacian here. I can't really protect. I'd have to go for a double, and I don't want to go for a double. Yeah. If this Moonblast takes out the Hitmontop, that's going to be great. Not quite. Eject button? Cool. So out comes the Mewtwo. Hitmontop can come back out and intimidate me again. Which kind of sucks. Unnerve is fine. Yeah, there's the Stomping Tantrum. If we can survive this, we're fine. Okay, we're in a good spot. We outspeed Mewtwo. I think Helping Hand... Behemoth Blade into Mewtwo is probably not safe. I think I'm going to just click Protect here. I'm going to Moonblast the Mewtwo, hope to get a special attack drop. Haha! Cool. I could have Moonblast into that slot. They're just going to try and get me to reduce my attack as much as possible, which is understandable. That's how that game they have to play. So that means they likely attacked into Zacian because they withdraw their Metagross? Yeah. Special attack drop. Sweet. I'm going to Moonblast into that slot. I have to go for the double. I have to go for the double here. The double's how we stay in the game. If we don't get the double here, we're probably going to lose. We don't get the double. Yep. Fake out into Zacian. Fire Blast connects into Zacian. That's going to take it out. Unfortunate. Losing Raikou that early kind of sucked. I expected Expanding Force, and Psy Strike ended up being just enough to take it out. Metagross comes out here. Metagross isn't going to go down to a... Metagross won't go down to a Moonblast anytime soon. So I have pretty much lost this game. I'm hoping for like a Fire Blast Mist or something. Nope, it connects. I'm going to go down to Sash, and then Ice Punch is going to clean it up here. Yeah, losing Raikou early kind of put us behind the 8-ball. Had I brought Entei, I don't think we would have fared much better. I will point out there that they should have just clicked Ice Punch and Psy Strike and not Fire Blast and Meteor Mash. Because if they missed, I'm definitely in this game still. But yeah, losing Raikou early really just hurt. Had I went for the Tailwind Snarl plan, I think I still would have lost by Raikou anyway, because they still had the Psychic Terrain boost. And playing the way I did, played around Expanding Force from the Indeedee, so I don't lose my Sash on my Whimsicott as well. Anywho, let's get into a last one here. Alright, up against Rob, and they have a Dialga here. Dialga is known for running Dragon Move, Steel Move, and Earth Power usually, so that'll be something interesting. They also just have a lot of Rain synergies here, so I kind of want to just like... I don't know what I want to do here. I could bring Whimsicott to set Tailwind to play the speed game. Entei doesn't do a whole lot. Raikou does. There's a lot of special attackers on that team, so Raikou could actually be useful. This might be a game for Raikou. Gyarados doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Like, it has grass coverage for Seismitoad and ice coverage for, like, Zapdos. But Entei has Stone Edge for the Zapdos. This is a tough one. I don't need the Intimidate too much. I'm bringing Zacian because Zacian just tries to eat them alive. Actually, is Zacian incorrect here? It might be bring Landorus, bring Entei, call it a day. Man. I'm gonna hate myself for not bringing Gyarados, probably. I'm gonna bring Gyarados. Gyarados just... If we get rid of the Zapdos, Gyarados just goes ham. We just have to get rid of the Zapdos. And the hard part of getting rid of the Zapdos is I have to do it with either Zacian or Whimsicott or... what was the last one I brought? Raikou. Ludicolo, Pelipper. Okay. So they're going for double speed here with Rain. I can try to outpace them, but it's going to be hard. Tailwind for sure. I think I can click Thunderbolt into Pelipper and punish them, or I can just click Snarl. If they go for Fake Out into the Whimsicott, I think that's fine. No, they're just going to Fake Out Hurricane. What am I doing? They're literally just going to Fake Out Hurricane into Whimsicott to just take it out. Like, it stops the Tailwind. They have speed control for the rest of the game that way. This plays around that. We resist Hurricane. It's going to hurt a lot. Oh. Even better, no Hurricane. There's the Seismitoad. Yep. Fake Out Ice Beam. Oh, they're just trying to pick up into the Whimsicott. No freeze? Cool. Snarl? Awesome. We click Protect here, and we switch into Gyarados, so we don't eat an Earthquake, or an Earth Power, or whatever the Seismitoad's doing. We'll figure out if the Seismitoad's physical or special here. We're also stalling out their rain turns, so they eventually have to switch Pelipper in later. This also plays around physical Seismitoad, which is cool. That's nifty. This must be weakness policy Ludicolo. Yeah, it is. That's cool. That is cool. I'm glad I did not switch into Whimsicott then. Come on, miss. Nope, it hits the Gyarados. That sucks. Actually, no, that's fine. No accuracy drops. Cool. Knowing these things, I think I'm swapping out Zacian. Into Whimsicott, probably, and then Power Whip into Seismitoad. Just to pick it up, because it's the one answer into Zacian right now. Yep. This is going to be a resisted EQ into Whimsicott and Ludicolo. Yeah, that's fine. Mega Drain into Gyarados, that's fine. And we'll get to Power Whip if we connect. Sweet, Power Whip into Seismitoad picks it up, no problem. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so what can we do from here? So, the rain is almost over. If they send Pelipper out here, it is a mistake. Zapdos, okay. So what I think I should do is set up my Tailwind. And I think I let Gyarados go down. I get to outspeed the outspeed the Zapdos with Tailwind. Mega Drain, you're +1. It's still gonna hurt, but I'm Assault Vest, so it doesn't matter too much. The Ludicolo is slowly healing back up though, which is annoying. Ice Fang into Zapdos, puts it at just over half. We get paralyzed, it's fine. Hurricane into the Whimsicott. Well, I'm glad I did what I did. So now we have Tailwind priority. We have Tailwind up. Looks like leftovers. Yep. A Shell Bell. Okay, that's cool. I could see that. This should be the last turn of rain. Like this turn is the last turn? Yeah. Snarl makes the most sense. And then Ice Fang into Zapdos again. I might still outspeed with Tailwind even after Paralysis. I can't remember. I don't remember the speed set. I don't remember how the speed calcs work there. It's a lot of weird math that I'm not ready to understand. It's an Ice Fang range. Ludicolo's also notably lost all of its boosts, so now it's back to neutral. Thunder into Gyarados, yeah. So you outspeed Gyarados now, that's fine. So your Hurricane Thunder, so you're very reliant on hitting your moves thanks to Rain. Which Rain is now over. And Zacian is to come out and just clean up now. Ah, it is wet, the drizzle, the damp rock. Okay, cool. Snarl. And I think I can just Wild Charge into the Zapdos to take it out. I can honestly Wild Charge into either of these guys to take it out. I think taking out Zapdos is important. I can just keep clicking Snarl into this Ludicolo, and it's eventually not going to do anything anymore. Whereas if I could take out the Zapdos, the Pelipper has to come back out, Rain eventually ends, Ludicolo is going to deal no damage, so on and so forth. That's a crit. Is that not a crit? That felt like a crit. Raikou avoids. We get hit with the Zacian. It's a -1 in the rain, so it's going to hurt a little bit. Yeah. No accuracy drops, which is very, very good. So yeah, we probably just Wild Charge into Pelipper and Snarl again. We could also protect and use Thunderbolt into Pelipper. I actually don't hate that. Break a Sash, or put it to Sash. Because they likely double target into Zacian this turn. If they don't click Tailwind here. Oh yeah, it's not Sash, it was Damp Rock, that's right. So we can just take it out here. And then Ludicolo does whatever Ludicolo does. Sure. As a crit. Gosh, dang it, man. We're getting unlucky with these crits here. Gyarados got crit after an Intimidate. So now, I think I just Thunderbolt. And I Wild Charge. Because the Ludicolo's not doing anything anymore. Like, you can click Muddy Water all day. You're at -1. It's not taking anybody out. No accuracy drops. Wild Charge is enough to pick you up. GG's opponent. Cool. 2-1 on the day. Zacian lives to talk about it. Really interesting team. Had to pilot fairly well because some of these items are just super duper unique. Like, I was expecting Rain to run out. No, it's Damp Rock Pelipper. The Zapdos had Shell Bell, which kept putting it out of like half health range and things like that. So opponent's team was very, very cool. Oh boy, Zinc. Sure, let's look at it real quick. Shell Bell, Damp Rock, Lumberry. Not bringing Dialga, I feel like, is a fail. Dialga just does so well into my team, other than like Raikou and Landorus, which I only brought Raikou. Draco Meteor, Thunder, Flamethrower, Stealth Rock. That's clever. I like that. That's some clever nonsense there. Weakness Policy. This was super cool. This Weakness Policy set was super cool. And then you get to pair it with Swift Swim. Is your Focus Sash already taken? I feel like you could get away with so much doing Focus Sash over Focus Band. 126 is 252. It's decently fast. The only thing that outspeeds you is Regieleki or other Tailwind stuff. And you outspeed your Ludicolo by 4, which is cool. So you're guaranteed to outspeed Ludicolo as long as there's nothing weird going on like Icy Wind or stat speed drops. So that's really cool. Let's go ahead and get to this rental team, though. This team was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Gyarados is something I like playing with a lot. I like Raikou, too. Where's the rest? Oh, preview for the next episode. Shh, don't tell anyone. But Raikou's a lot of fun. I wish Raikou was better. Expert Belt Raikou might actually be something to just look into for later. Whimsicott did really cool things. The one game we got to use Misty Terrain, it kind of didn't help us. I just played it wrong. I should have went ahead and just Tailwind Snarled instead of clicking Misty Terrain, fearing the Expanding Force. The Wild Charge is interesting on Zacian. I'm not sure how much I like it. We do kind of struggle against bulky waters, though. I don't see it being too much of an issue, though, with Gyarados having Power Whip and Thunderbolt on Raikou. You could probably get away with either playing Substitute or Play Rough, depending on your play style on your Zacian there. Didn't get to use Entei a whole lot. Entei plays a whole lot, just like, here's this bulky fire type that can do a lot of damage. So we didn't miss a whole lot there, and we never really ran into teams that Entei would be good against. But yeah. I'm not sure if this rental code works still. Try it out, see if it works. Zordor might be kind enough to comment down below if he watches this, a current updated paste for this. Yeah, I want to thank everyone for hanging out and watching today's laddering video. Make sure to do all that fun YouTube stuff for us. Check us out on Twitter, at RL Lessons, at MusicalVGC, at Mr. Missouri 25. Make sure to go find our Discord link. It's down below as well. Our Discord's great. But yeah, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world, and we will see you tomorrow with another deep dive. Bye, everyone.